Today we have a cedar fence that is begging for some stain. These cedar pickets are 14 years old. They're aged to perfection. We put this fence up here a couple weeks ago, and now that we're done with it, we are ready to go ahead and begin the stain process. Hey, P.S. by the way, today's video is sponsored by Wood Defender. How much stain do we need? If you go to wooddefender.com, you pull up their stain calculator, you put all your information in there, it's gonna tell you exactly how much stain you need. You should probably go over by just a little bit. If you're staining a large amount like we are today, I would recommend that you go over by at least 1 pail. So that way you have a little bit extra in the bank. Should you need some more, you have it. So on the very bottom here, on the bottom of these cans, they have these rings. In the grooves of the rings, you're still gonna have stuff in there. And that could reflect what kind of a color you get overall out of your fence stain. We wanna make sure that everything that's in the can goes on the fence. So the best way that we can do that is you can take a paintbrush, or what you wanna do is get a brand new scrub brush. Not one that's been used in the bathroom, but one that's brand new. Just pretend like you're scrubbing the bottom of the toilet. The nice thing about Wood Defender is you don't have any lumps and chunks. There's nothing left there. Make sure and see the link below. SWI is a distributor for Wood Defender, and Wood Defender has distributors throughout the whole 50 states. Also, did you know that you can have it shipped right to your doorstep? Make sure and contact SWI. All right, here in our yard, we have some rock mulch pushed up against the fence for an accent barrier. We don't want the rocks to be stained to match the fence. Dawn dish soap and water. Yes, I did call out a specific brand. So any surfaces that you're worried about, make sure and spray down beforehand. Rock, concrete, anything that you're working up against if you're not using a drop cloth. A lot of times with other stains, what'll happen is you can see start and stop lines, or you can see dry and wet lines. Wood Defender, as long as you're applying it evenly, you won't be able to see any blend or bleed marks. And everything's gonna be all pristine because it is it's a bumblebee. So when you stain your fence, you want it to be even. So you don't wanna just be misting over your fence. You wanna make sure that we're actually putting the same amount of stain on everything. So that way we can make sure that we're actually coating the whole entire fence to the point of saturation. So runs and drips are just fine because it is a self-leveling product. And really, as long as you're going slow enough, it only takes 1 pass. Wanting to make sure that we take extra precautions into the chairs, and we could go ahead and spray it down with Dawn dish soap and water, but it's just as easy to move them. I told him, I said, you know, I think we could just, go right around there through the sand, maybe half sand, half rock, and we could get through there. So Baja Boy wanted to test out his sand tires on his lawnmower, and we're Bajaing through the sand pit now. Now, as I'm applying this, there's a couple things that I've noticed. Speed is a huge thing. Make sure that you're going slow enough to the point of saturation. Runs and drips are just fine. You don't want to be misting over the fence to the point where you have saturated and not saturated enough. You want to make sure that you're getting equal saturation all the way across the picket. So that way we can actually hit our 3-year mark on our warranty period to the point where this fence stain is going to last us 3 years. Everybody wants the luxury of cedar because it's natural. Like I said earlier, these pickets that we used, these were stuffed away in a warehouse somewhere. Couldn't think of a better project to use them for other than for ourselves. These pickets are 14 years old. So what I've noticed with that is that they're very much soaking up the stain. Some of the pickets are soaking it up so fast that I have to go back through and put another application on, it seems like, because they are so dry. Staining is hard work, so I'm gonna come sit down for a minute. I'm gonna tell you guys why we like Wood Defender. 2 main reasons. One, how easy it applies. We're using a weed sprayer with an electric pump. The only reason that we're doing that is because we have such a huge area to spray. Now, maybe if you're gonna tackle your own backyard, you're not gonna use it repeatedly, you can use a backpack sprayer, such as what we're using to apply the dish soap and water in. Super easy. One other reason that we like Wood Defender is because they have top-notch customer service. It's a family-owned company since 1952. One of the things about using Wood Defender that we like is during the summertime, it could rain anytime. I mean, right now we're in decent weather, but 20 minutes from now, we could be in the middle of a rainstorm. Summer showers, man, it happens. The nice thing about Wood Defender is we did this at least 20 minutes ago. If we got caught in a thunderstorm, a rainstorm, let's see what happens. See how the water is just beating off? If you encounter a rainstorm or a thunderstorm in the middle of staining your fence project, guess what? This stuff is rainproof within 20 minutes. So we were talking about drips and runs and make sure that you're getting plenty of stain on there. One of the things with other stains is if you're gonna oversaturate, you're gonna see that. So now when we get done, we shouldn't be able to see this at all. One of the things about Wood Defender is it's an oil-based product. It's not water-based, so therefore you don't have to worry about any cracking, any flaking. When we go back and retreat this here in 3 years, we'll go right back over with the exact same product. Now for more information on Wood Defender and the stain calculator, make sure and see the link below. We'd love to thank Wood Defender for sponsoring this video. If you guys would like to see more Wood Defender in action, make sure and check out that video right here. If you guys would like to see how to build a horizontal cedar fence, make sure and check that video out right here. It's Dan with SWI. We are Wyoming's Fence Company, and we hope you have a good dang day.